Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Let's dig into what I just covered in the Crypto Minute. It's kind of amazing. The due date for the decision on the Bitcoin spot ETFs for 21 shares and ARK Invest, right? I think the CME group is involved in it as well. That is that's due on the 13th. That's Sunday. Do we think that's going to happen on a Sunday? It's not going to happen on a Sunday. So that decision is probably going to be made today. Do I think the decision is going to be positive today? No, not at all. I told you the other day. I think what's going to wind up happening is they are going to kick the can down the road, right? Remember the other day, I also told you that Mike Novogratz, through insiders at Invesco and BlackRock believes that the first Bitcoin spot ETF will happen in 4 to 6 months. Okay, just before the Bitcoin halving event. I think that's true. So it means either this one gets kicked down the road or it gets outright denied. Because if you approve them, I would find it hard for you not to approve. What's the name of that tiny ass little company? Oh yeah, BlackRock. And the rest of the big boys, big girls out there that are actually applying, right? So I don't know that we're going to see a positive decision today. If we did, the market would just go bonkers. Bitcoin would probably hit like 50 grand, in a matter of days. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Okay. So don't get your hopes up. Riot Platforms, big time crypto miner, big time Bitcoin miner, posted a $353 million loss Q2 of last year. This year, their loss was only 27. That's actually really good news. That's really good news. It says the market is stronger. It says their business is stronger. It says Bitcoin is stronger. Do you see where this is going? Okay. So we'll let that go right now. Next up, y00ts, a big NFT, community and platform. What they decided to do is drop Polygon. Now, most people would think that this is a bad reason, a bad thing. It's not. It's actually not a bad thing. It's a completely business, situation. They want to merge their communities between the two businesses, DeGods and y00ts. y00ts is on Polygon, DeGods is on Ethereum. So they decided, okay, we're gonna move over to Ethereum and merge everything. And they're giving back the $3 million grant that they got from Polygon. That's a business decision. That's not a we don't love Polygon decision. They love Polygon. But it makes sense to merge their communities to actually be able to give their communities the most while having the efficiencies of being on a single platform. So that actually makes sense. Now, the next one actually pisses me off. Bittrex. They settled a suit against them from the SEC and they didn't have to admit guilt. That's not what pisses me off. I mean, yeah, it kind of pisses me off, but it doesn't really piss me off. What pisses me off is that the SEC immediately goes out there and says, yeah, see, we got them. They failed in trying to skirt the law and blah, 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 blah. $24 million. They're still in business and they didn't have to admit guilt. Who won? Yeah. All right. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So Bittrex does not go away. They pay a fine, keep it moving. Which makes me think about the whole, appealing against the Coinbase, the Ripple case, right? Is this just a way to, extract more money from Ripple? We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So then you have Genesis and Barry Silbert. He's the CEO of Digital Currency Group. They're sitting back and they're trying to get the case against them brought by Gemini dismissed. Now, some of the evidence that's out there is compelling, to say the least. It is compelling, or the allegations are compelling. I don't think that case is getting dismissed. I think it is a move by a company, by a defendant and this is standard. This is standard. They always try to get a case dismissed. I think that's a standard move. But it's also a move of a company that thinks they're going to lose. So, so I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, yeah, Gemini's gonna wind up pocketing some money off of this. And I think it'll go too fast. I think it'll go too fast for Gemini. For Genesis and Barry Silbert. I think they're going to have to come to the table, negotiate, and cut a check. That's what I ultimately think is going to have to happen. They reneged on a deal to cut a check before, do certain things. So I think they're going to wind up having to pay the piper on this one. And something else I've been paying attention to is the amount of investment that centralized exchanges have been making. Both Binance and Coinbase have separately, in separate deals, have invested in liquid staking. Now, that's a way for a centralized exchange to maximize maximize the rate of return on the digital assets that they're holding. And it entices people to bring their digital assets over. Instead of people like me that hold their digital assets in, decentralized exchanges and stuff like that. Decentralized wallets, I like holding on to my own assets. So with that comes, smart moves, if you really think about it. They're saying, we know that decentralization is a very big deal. So for as long as we're in business, we're going to find other ways to bring money in. Coinbase went as far as dropping their own layer 2, which is Base, which has seen a surge in adoption. But I'm paying attention to how they want to make money. First step, entice money onto the platform. Second step, invest elsewhere. And they've been doing this investment elsewhere in a lot of different ways. If you look at all the investments that Coinbase has done, look at Circle. That's Coinbase and BlackRock. Binance, investing in all different kinds of things. They are looking for revenue streams that don't necessarily rely on what's going on the platform. That's something to pay attention to. Told you, if you're running a good business, you're going to make money. And they're making sound business decisions based off of that, in my opinion. Anyway, you know what we should do? We really should take a look at the numbers. So let me go on and bring you over there. All right. This chart right here, you've probably seen it once or twice as I do videos. This chart right here basically shows you the up and down of Ethereum with regard to it being deflationary. As you can see right here, it was inflationary. Then it just went down again. And you can see this. This is a 7-day frame, right? So you can see how it is right there. And that basically tells you how much is being burned versus how much is being mined. All right. Economic information, the numbers came out yesterday, and now what is it, CME data, they're saying, well, the chances could be good that they might actually pause right now. It's possible. The chances, they put the chances at like over 90%. I'm not there yet. I think we need a little bit more data for anybody to kind of go, but you never know. They have some data that points to maybe we should pause again. So we'll see. And maybe that's what it is, pause, hike, chill out, right? Maybe that could be what happens. I think they hike one more time and then chill out, right? That's actually what I'm thinking. The fear and greed index, we're at 51. The other day we were at 49. So again, we're still in that neutral territory, but I think there's still a ton of pent-up positive energy that's just waiting for a catalyst. We're just waiting for that right catalyst. Trust me, I do not think a Bitcoin spot ETF decision either today or Monday is going to happen. If it did, the level of bonkers The level of bonkers would just be insane. It, insane. So, but I don't think it's going to happen, right? I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I think that Invesco and BlackRock and Mike Novogratz are correct. I think it's going to happen within 4 to 6 months. I think it's going to happen. I don't think it's a if. I think it's a when. So it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen in August, is what I'm saying. If it did, that would just. I would love. Let's just say it like this. I would love to be wrong. You know what I mean? I would love to be wrong. This is basically just showing, what the total value locked is at 53, almost 54 billion. That's not bad. Let's see. You have us still moving laterally. We're at 29,373. I mean, what else do you need right here? This tells the story. It really does tell the story. Where that ceiling right now is clearly $30,000 for Bitcoin, and we've got to chill out and see what happens. Um, do we get the big board? Look at that. Their site is responding very quickly the past few weeks. I'm loving it right now, or past few days. I'm loving it right now. XRP, 62 cents. Yeesh. That's not making me smile. Matic at 68 cents. That's not making me smile either. But I will say this. SHIB does look like it's going to burn a zero. It does look like it's going to burn a zero. I mean, it's not quite there yet, I don't think. If you look at the real number, yeah, they're rounding it up to that number, but that's not the real number. I think we have to get the real number over here. And of course, am I logged in? This is not the normal view that I have. There you go. That's natural, yeah. But I am logged in. That's good. But I want to see what Shiba Inu is doing. Yeah, right there. Boom. Let's see. Yeah, not quite. Not quite. But they could be shaving zero. Next week, I told you, next week I fully expect that zero to be shaved. No doubt. No doubt on that one. No doubt whatsoever. And there's good reason for that. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, drop me a note. If you have questions, drop me a note. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and I am incredibly enthusiastic about it. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.